Our community is in a state of siege. We must declare a state of emergency, perhaps even martial law, to stop the rise of killings. It's fairly evident that the border drug war has made its way to Chicago and other major cities. Children are now being shot with AK-47s, Uzis, and M16s. Someone is selling these guns and these drugs, and the impact is disastrous. President Obama the other day made a commitment for millions more of small businesses in our communities. There can be no business growth in war zones. There must be a commitment even now to stop the flow of guns. There are three things we need to happen immediately. One, House Bill 48 for more gun background checks. Second is to stop any access to concealed weapons. But thirdly, we need the president even now to revive a ban on assault weapons. We cannot coexist with these weapons. The police chief says in the face of these weapons we are defenseless. And so right now we need two things to happen. One, we need more police intervention because they know often where the killing areas are, the zones of pain and desperation. But beyond that, we need stimulus intervention. The intervention must get from Washington down to the roots where there is such desperation, down at the level where the unemployment is chronic and critical. There's need for reentry programs, for job training, indeed for a ceasefire. We urge the mayor to see this as an emergency state. Beyond that, we want the president himself, no less. The area he organized in is now an area under siege. A mother 2 weeks ago lost 2 children. She had to have the first one cremated for fear there would be more violence at the funeral. A week later, another son was killed. He too was cremated. And so now these conditions represent a real threat to the basic promise of equal protection under the law. What we find now is that in Chicago, about 530 youth have been shot or killed in the last 16 months. These are Baghdad numbers, 530 killed and injured in the last 16 months. Others are afraid to go to school, afraid to go to work, afraid to be at the bus stop, afraid to walk down the streets, afraid to play in the park. We live under fear. We must be freed from this level of fear, and it must happen now. Thank you very much.